Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. I tell you, today's daily recap had an interesting twist. Okay. And for those of you that have been saying Holly Sutton, if you say Holly Sutton one more time, I'm telling you, well, guess what, y'all? You were right. Holly Sutton's back, right? Although, guess what? They definitely did some camera trickery. What was the shooter wearing? Well, no, she could have took it off. The shooter was wearing this plaid, like flannel shirt, right? So I guess she could have took it off before she decided to go into the water and swim for it. Because she was dressed kind of like Lucy. But the thing is, the person they had crawling up on the shore had these thicker, they weren't blonde streaks, but almost blonde streaks in her hair, like Lucy. Holly does not have streaks like that in her hair. So that was interesting. They kept us going as to who crawled out of the water because to me that was the Lucy's actress or a very close stunt double doing it since they didn't show her face. I'm sure Lucy, the actress, wasn't about to get wet like that. But the hair was not Holly's hair. Okay, so they had us going. So yes, for those of you that says under mind control of Victor, yep, that's because Holly would never shoot Lucy unless she is under mind control. So what happens is Ned and Michael are arguing as usual about ELQ. Willow, who's now finally showing, finally, right? She's getting sick and weak listening to Ned and Michael arguing. And Olivia's like, Willow? And Michael turns around. Willow, are you okay? Willow, I just need some air. I just need some air. So she goes out. Now, I'm sorry, everybody. She looked faint. She looked weak. She needed some air. Who should have went with her to get some air? Should have been Michael. He is going to let her, looking the way she was looking, go out by herself. So she makes her way to the boathouse. Oh, and then she, oh my goodness, she goes, she sees these wet footprints, and what she thought was a few drops of blood going into inside the boathouse. So guess what I'm gonna do, everybody? Guess what my week about to fate self is gonna do? Knowing somebody got hooked at this very spot, not even about a month ago or so, I'm gonna go in there by myself. What kind of sense does that make? So she goes in, and Holly has a blanket around her, and she turns around, and Willow is, what? And they can hear her scream at the main house. So there, Michael perks up. He's like, "Oh my god!" And so she beelines, runs back to the main house, coming in the kitchen, and Michael meets her on the deck. Willow, Willow, and then she says, "I saw some footprints, and what looks like it could have been blood going into the boathouse." And I went in. I didn't recognize the woman, but it could be the one that did the hook. For that very reason, chick, you shouldn't have went in. Period. I wouldn't say the Quartermain estates are all that safe. Okay. So Michael says, well, I'm gonna go. He grabs something out of the looks like one of those things you pound the meat with, right? Square block mallet things. He's going out to the boathouse. And Olivia's like, Michael, come back here. So she's running after Michael to the place where possibly Michael, don't go, Michael. And he goes, shh, shh, shh. So he goes inside, and Holly turns around, and he's like, because Michael knows what she looks like. Okay. So Ned calls the police department and gives the precinct, tells them what Willow saw. You know, the woman in the boathouse could be the hooker. And so Dante, Jordan tells Dante, go on over there. And Anna's gonna want to go too. And Robert's like, no, 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 you stay here. Keep an eye on Victor Cass. I will go. So she goes, okay, okay. So Robert goes, and Olivia, because she went inside and she saw it, she goes, oh my, you know. So she's outside. Now Ned, I guess, went inside. I didn't see Ned get there, but Ned obviously got there. And the police, because yeah, they had time for the police to get there. So of course Ned is there by now. Robert comes and Olivia says, Robert, Robert. And they said, is the person still inside? Olivia says, yes, Robert, but you need to brace yourself or prepare yourself. And he's like, well, who is it? You got to see this for yourself, Robert. Because remember, Olivia went with Robert on this adventure to try to find Holly. Remember? And so actually, I think she went to Holly's funeral with Robert. And they left the funeral and they went to Monte Carlo trying to chase down a lead or something. So Robert goes in and he goes in front of the woman and Ned moves out of the way. And the camera finally pans Holly. And she's like, hello, Robert. Hello, Robert. I can't get English, Australian, or any European accent right. I can't do it. So anyway, he's like, so okay, it's Holly, y'all. Everybody in comment corner land, you can now squint your eyes, turn your lips up at me, say, I told you so, daily recap lady. Yes, y'all told me, right? Well, so anyway, it is Holly. So, you know, let's face it, we already know what's happening with that. Now on to other news. Other news. Sonny Corinthos, woohoo, looking dapper. Oh, completely clean shaven, hair freshly cut and slicked down. Wow, back in full mob boss swagger. Okay, none of that gruff look he was wearing around when he was Mike, all this stubble up on him and hair. Oh, no. I looked at him and I said, oh my God, Cardi's gonna take one look at him and say, oh, now that's the Sonny I know. Whoa, you know. So I really like to see Maurice Benard, nice and clean shaven, hair done, slick back. Epiphany, we spent time, you know, she's all nervous. She's going to finally take the MCATs test. And let's face it, y'all, we know she's going to pass. She's now going to be Dr. Johnson because, quite frankly, they don't have a lot of doctors at GH that we know, right? They really don't. So I can see her, she'll be a intern. She's going to have to be an intern for a while. Martin, I love the fact that Martin completely, positively blamed Anna. Completely, positively. And he told her it's all your fault. This is all your fault, Anna Devane. It's all your fault. And she's looking like, what? I tried. She goes, no, no. You were blackmailing me. And I left town. You then turned your sights on Lucy and was blackmailing her, forcing her to do it. And he's like, and to what end? What end could there have been? And she's looking at him. I only needed one little bit of information to get from him. And I'm thinking, that's a darn lie. Because you kept sending Lucy back and back. and back to Victor, right? And so she goes, and when I tried to get her out, I mean, it was just, and I'm really sorry this happened. Like, shut up, Anna. You get innocent people. That Martin, had it not been Lucy, Victor would have had Martin killed by now, period. Look, he still had Lucy shot. One of the things that the camera, because at the end, Jordan, they got the video feed from the pier, and it clearly shows Holly shooting Lucy. So Lucy was shot. She was shot. So now, and I thought it was twice, and it was twice. So now we just have to see, look, is Lucy alive or dead? You know, they haven't found her body. You know, there was some, look, there was some underwater fishermen that caught Lucy's body as she went in underwater, and they took her to their boat that was somewhere, okay? And then they took Lucy to a Canadian hospital, or they took her to Nixon Falls for Lucy to recuperate and come back a year from now. That's General Hospital. Okay, that's General Hospital for you. So we don't know what happened to Lucy. I don't know when General Hospital is going to let us know what happened to Lucy, because now we're supposed to be, you know, vested in Holly. And Victor was so smug in the police station because his attorney asked him something about, you know, do we need to start talking and talk over strategy? And by the way, I don't know who this attorney is. You see, we're bringing in attorneys now that we don't know. I knew Victor had some high-powered attorney somewhere. That attorney that we're seeing today is going to be the attorney that's going to get Esme's charges dropped. It's going to be that attorney. Victor's going to have her do it, right? So he goes, look, Anna Devane and Robert Scorpio, they're going to be completely busy. They're not even going to think about me. Because he knows Holly is a much bigger fish. And as Anna is looking at Holly shoot Lucy, Anna knows who that is, even though that was kind of still far away from me. But Anna looked like she recognized Holly. Okay. And then the last tidbit was TJ had been having lunch with Curtis and Portia. Portia leaves to go to the hospital to wish Epiphany good luck. And Curtis ends up talking to Sonny. See, now he's friends with Sonny again, talking about, you know, handed down predisposures to certain medical conditions. And, you know, he's talking about, because TJ said, are you and Portia planning on having a baby or, you know, starting a family? Portia Robinson, that's going to be a very high risk pregnancy. She's in her 40s, my goodness, she has to be at least 43. Curtis has to be 45, 47. They are a little old to be starting a family. Portia's daughter could be having a baby. They could be grandparents right now. I mean, come on now, please. You know, soap operas have the oldest people having babies. Too old to be having them, but they have them. So, you know, he and Sonny are talking, and Sonny says, well, look, if you're thinking what I'm thinking you're thinking, meaning you're thinking of having a family, then you already have your answer, meaning you need to get tested because you need to know what you're dealing with before you have a child or pass on those markers to a child. So, but they were talking very civil, I guess, because he's like, the way, you know, you help my father's confidences and blah, blah, blah. So Sonny's now okay in his book, but Nina couldn't wait to sit down hello, TJ, you know, uh, I can't help but over here. I mean, not over here, but wonder, about you and Willow. And TJ made something about, you know what? No, because people will talk. He goes, no, no, people won't talk. Because the only one talking is you. And you need to stay out of my business and you need to stay out of Willow's business. No, but that's where you're wrong. Because Willow and Michael are my grandson's parents. So therefore, that makes it my business. So, like I said, what is really going on between you and Willow? And TJ looked at her and said, you know what, let me tell you something. I don't, because first she goes, hello, TJ. He looked at her, he said, Dr. Ashford. And she was like, Dr. Ashford. And so when he looked at her, he goes, Miss Reeves. And then he asked, because he's letting her know, no, we are on last name basis only. We ain't first name, and don't you dare use my first name. Oh, I was like, go ahead, TJ. And so he looked at her, he says, again, the nature of Willow and my friendship is none of your business. And I'm not about to give you, I'm not about to dignify you with an answer. And she's just like, so Sonny comes over. He goes, listen, Curtis had to go. He wanted to tell both of you he'll meet up with both of you later. And TJ said, great, because I need to go myself. And he looks at Sonny and he's like, there we go. Bye, Mr. Crinthos. And he walks away. And so Sonny's like, you know, what's going on between you and TJ? Oh, we could just add him to yet, one of the other people that don't like me. Because he and Willow are friends. And then she looks at him like, maybe something else. But see, Sonny doesn't like all that. He doesn't like getting into other people's business like that. He really doesn't. And so that's why she hasn't knee deep jumped into it yet. She hasn't said anything to him yet because she knows he doesn't like that. So we shall see where that goes with that. So now that was it for General Hospital today. Let's dive into Comic Corner. Okay, Susan says, yeah, Holly is alive and they found her in the Quartermain boathouse. Actually, Willow saw her and screened. A drone video showed someone shooting Lucy. Suspect Anna's evil look. Wait, Anna's evil look-alike twin. In the drone video, Lucy falls into the water. It looks like Alex is alive too. That framing Anna, that didn't look like Alex to me. But you know what? When Anna shot Alex and Alex dove into the water, they never found Alex's body. And let's face it, Alex never dies. So I'm not going to rule out. I'm not going to say it is not Alex. It could be Alex, y'all, because look, Alex always pops back up. But it didn't look like that. Looked like it could. I don't know. It wasn't close enough. But Anna was all off into it. I thought it's because she recognized Holly. That's what I thought. Yeah, and then Susan says yes, Britt is on station 19. Eduardo says the actors change characters remain the same on all soaps. Scenarios change yet plots stay the same. Is Lucy Coe at her own Nixon Falls? That's exactly what I said. Yeah, okay. And then Eduardo said, Holly was the first to return. Remember, I told you one returns, then the others follow. So who's next? You did say that, Eduardo. You definitely did say that. I would love it if Jason came back. I miss him. I'm a Steve Burton fan, except for when he's on Days of Our Lives Beyond Salem. Oh my goodness gracious. Now Cindy says Victor and Ava are two of a kind, except Victor uses charm and Ava gets right down to business. She sure does. Cindy says maybe the North Tower bathroom is an old-fashioned kind, where the key, yeah, that's true, that had the keys so it could be locked from either side. That is true. Old-fashioned bathrooms were like that. Thank you, Cindis. And then she says, but he needed to get Esme at least one change of clothes so that she can wash those. She can't wear the same outfit for another 7 months. He is going to have the place stocked with clothes, you know. And then Lisa said, it's possible that Holly could be the killer. She could be brainwashed like Drew. That is possible, that Holly could be the killer, because Diane said it's like, it seems like I knew her, like it was familiar, but I can't zero in on the face. She knew Holly. Okay. If it's Alex Merrick, Anna's twin, she knew Alex too, but she would think it was Anna Devane that I saw, you know. And then Robin says Diane, due to her life flashing before her eyes, is about to start really enjoying her life. Lucy must have jumped off the pier and lost one of her shoes, but swimming away. I hope she makes it to safety. Ava should have stayed longer, because that way Nicholas was acting wanting her to leave, or by the way Nicholas was acting, wanting her to leave in a hurry. She loved the episode with Spencer and Cyrus. Victor really wants Ava and hits, letting her know Anna is not getting an answer on her phone from Valentine. Well, Valentine should be already in the air, and you can't make cell phone calls to folks that are in the air like that. Medora says, I think the body in the water is Holly. Maybe it's a setup to bring Holly to the show. Yep, you were right, Medora. See, had they not shown Holly today, I would have said, it is not Holly. It is Holly. It is Holly. Patricia says, that darn Victor trying to win an acting reward, saying, oh, is that Lucy's shoe? Oh, I hope nothing has happened to her. When Lucy was being shot, I kept looking at the back of the shooter and thinking, I saw that outfit on somebody before. They tricked us with the camera. It was some kind of plaid, plain nothing lumberjack. It looked like a lumberjack shirt. Someone before, with the rumor that Griffin Monroe is coming back, we can now add Kiki to the list of no. Kiki was definitely found dead as a doorknob. Remember Curtis and Jordan had gotten married, and they were honeymoon suite on the Haunted Star. They were both, I think he was carrying her in to the honeymoon suite, and there was Kiki's dead body on their bed. Oh my goodness. Lisa says, thank you for your recaps and comments. Love listening to you. Cody is after something from Britt. Victor probably hired him to find out which card would activate Drew. That could be. All they had to do was take a whole deck and sit there, detain Drew, tie him up on a chair and hold everyone. You're activated. Nope. You're activated. Nope. You're activated. That's it. I mean, that's all they had to do. And Anna Rihanna said, oh, no. Lisa also says Ava is wanting Nicholas to beg, and she wants him to wine and dine her. Esme thought she was going to escape. Busted, Esme. I love Nicholas isn't taking any crap from her. This book-hitting guy book wanting to work in the library. He thinks he's going to bully Spencer. Cyrus is protecting Spencer. Protecting Spencer was priceless. Sending that guy confinement. Wow, you could be right. Book could be working for Cyrus. Scary, but Victor is trying to find Lucy, play acting like he could help. Yeah, I know. He wasn't even trying to find her. It was comical to him. Anna Rihanna said, it is so good to hear Diane getting back to herself little by little. Nicholas has had the luck of being able to stay in front of Esme so far, although I think she will get out and come face to face. Get out and come face to face with Ava. Nice move, Cyrus. Yeah. Spencer is growing up rough with his mother gone at birth. Nicholas as his father, Esme as his girlfriend, and Victor as his family. He may be 19, but he's growing up now. Not Victor's first rodeo. No, it's not. I do agree with you that Anna can't keep anyone safe. When she says, I'll keep her safe, I'll keep you safe, it's the kids. It's the kiss of death. You would say it's the kiss of death. That is so true. Yeah, yay, Lucy. And she will make him pay for ruining her outfit. Yeah, only if that were Lucy. But guess what? Somebody else found Lucy. I already know the way they write this stuff. Jane said, Lucy overcomes anything, LOL. She's pretty survivor proof. I still think she will survive. Because Victor could have planned to have her shot with blanks, fall into the water, and have his people under the water, and to take Lucy to a hidden, unknown, disclosed location. And Michael said, Brando mentioned the bracelets are similar to Sasha. I'm sure it's not Sasha. According to the spoilers, the woman coming out of the water is not Lucy, it's Holly. You were right, Michael. She's supposed to show herself at the Quartermain boathouse, which she did. And LaShanta says, I believe Victor got Holly under my control. Either Holly or the deputy mayor shot Lucy. Victor set her up. He smiled. Yes, he did. I believe Lucy has on a bulletproof vest. Valentine is next. What did Johan put in Anna's house? I don't know. Nicholas let Esme know she's expendable. I guess everyone is complaining about Willow's baby. Now she is showing. Yep, she definitely showed a little baby bump today. Finally. Okay, now she should be out of her first trimester, and now her health is going to completely decline. Completely. So that's it for Comic Corner. Thank you so much, everybody. You know what? Daily Recap Lady is not too proud to say I was wrong. It was Holly Sutton. Wow. I'll be back tomorrow for the next daily recap of General Hospital.